Hello everyone, welcome back to Mr. Bravo's workshop. We are back here once again and I'm in front of the camera once again. You all know I don't like that very much. Well, there was the ship and I just thought I would come back in and just talk about it for a few minutes. What went right, what went wrong. As you can see, there's the box that it came in. It was a bit of a fight to do this ship. I think all the problems originally did come from not sanding the hull enough on the side. We did plenty of work on the base, but probably not enough on the side. I've since done a different ship and it worked out fine. It just, I think what happened is the undercoat failed because not enough sanding, and that's where all the problems arose from. Now, I did suspect this was going to happen way back when we removed the first colour. I did suspect something back then, and it did. It just sort of continued on through the build, and eventually it sort of showed itself in a couple of different spots. I mean, we had trouble with the structure, although you can't really sand the structure, so we're probably going to end up with problems there anyway. But even right here, it looks very, very good. I put it here like this because you always see me with my hands sort of mucking around. You don't really get to see the full depth of how big it is. It is quite a big ship. It is about 700 long, so it's quite big. And overall, I'm very, very happy with the way it turned out. So the point of today is to sort of say, well, this is almost finished. We're going to do a rigging video on this. To be honest, I don't really know what I'm going to do with the chains. If you've got any suggestions, I'd be open to that. Yeah, okay, I could put a hole in it and drop them through, but so anyway, so that's the ship. That's one side, and there's my favourite side, the other. I think overall, it's a really good looking ship. Is it perfect? No. And on some of those close-ups, you've seen that, but even sitting right here, this close, I know there was some stuff on the structure that you're like, oh man, gee, that looks terrible. And you're right, it did look terrible on the zoomed in shots. But even right here, you can't see it. It just looks fantastic. It does look really good. There was one spot that I sort of noticed that may have failed. When I was doing the editing on the floor, just here, and I do think I fixed it up afterwards, I noticed in the editing there was a little lift in the floor which I didn't really fully put it down, but I did go over it afterwards. You may or may not have seen that in the floor one. It's down now, it's no problem. In the floor, I don't expect it to ever lift. I think the boats were good, the little boats. The planes, kind of happy with the planes, even though they are what they are. I do suspect they come off another kit. That's why they were clear and sort of put in with this kit. They do look a little out of bit out of scale for what they are, but you're right, there would be a big hole here if they weren't there. So I like them the way they turned out. I think they turned out pretty good in the end, and I would do the same again anytime. So apart from the failure of probably not sanding enough, I think it turned out rather good. Okay, so that was the HMS Queen Elizabeth. I do have two other ships coming. I do have two other ships I was going to start. One, I was going to start pretty much straight after the one I'm finishing right now, which was going to be the Yamato, but this is how I received the flooring. And to be honest with you, I asked for another one. That's not good enough. If you're getting floor like this, send it back. They've ruined that. I mean, I handle my flooring with gloves, and they just think they can. It was practically folded like that, and I kid you not, that's how it was folded. So anyway, I've ordered a new floor, and if it comes, well then we may do that one. But I've also ordered a Belfast. Yes, Oleg. We're going to do a Belfast together. Oleg is one of the regular people who comment, There's quite a few regular commenters on here right now, and that's fine. I like all of them. So if that comes, which is due the 2nd of November, I'll probably start on that. I've already ordered floor for it. The Belfast should be here in probably 2 weeks. This video is right after where you finished off, which will be the planes tomorrow, and then you'll get this video. But this video, this was technically finished for me about 3 weeks ago. So some of those days when I was modelling, I was sort of in the mood, and I just kept modelling and just sort of started a new episode each time. So what's going to happen after this one? Good question. Well, let's put that one down there for a second. You've seen the box opening of this one. I've decided we're going to do the Yuri Bori Dogorski sub. And trust me, I practiced many, many times to get that name right. There's a whole series coming out of this one here. It's only a short one. It's about 7 days. And then the other one, well, what I might do is, when this one's finished, I might do something similar. I might do this one like a little catch-up at the end of it all, like at the end of the ships, talk about, you know, what you like, what you don't like, what I thought was wrong, what I possibly could have changed. So that's the point of this. I don't see them on other videos, and this is just my take on it. You may or may not like it. So that is the next one that'll start right after tomorrow's video with the planes, and obviously I'll add this one, of course, and then we'll start this one here. It is about 6 or 7 days, and then there's another one already done after that. So that's where we are at with that. Now, another little note, I mean, you may or may not still be here. I have noticed a few times on my videos that I breathe heavily, and I do breathe heavily. I've had 6 heart attacks. I was very, very sick for quite some time. I was on a farm, which is why I now live here and having another house built. I am aware of this, and I'm sure you are too. It's just a health problem that I have, and there's not a whole lot I can do about it. I edit what I can out, but sometimes I can't. So if you hear that, just be a little patient. Sometimes I get puffed, and I just need a break, basically. So that is that, and that is the ship. And I really enjoyed this episode, and I've got to tell you, I fell in love with this ship more and more as I did it. You guys all know that at one stage through this build, I couldn't stand that yellowy greeny colour, and it was very strong under the lights. I've got new lights going at the moment. I'm hoping they're very good. So yes, I was very pleased with the model in the end. Anyway, this is my little catch up. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you to all the subs. Welcome on board. Thank you to all the regular commenters. Thank you, Jeff, looking right at the camera. Yeah, just come along and we'll see what's next. The few other things I'm really interested in is I'm thinking about doing a series on this house. I know the owner of this house, and he's old. And I'm thinking about doing a bit of remodeling for him. Also, I'm very heavily into off-grid living, as in off-grid batteries and setting it up. I've set quite a big system up myself before. I've got a caravan, which I'm going to set up another one, and just a few other bits and pieces. I'm really heavily right into that. So this is just one thing, and I retired because of the heart attacks, so I have many, many hobbies. So yeah, this is just a little catch up. You sort of know who I am now. I'm learning who you are. You are all learning who I am. And yeah. Anyway, I hope this is not just a bunch of rambling. Probably is. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.